I call now on my colleague from English and Film Studies, Stephen Slemon, to introduce us to his KIAS cluster, Sustaining Mountain Cultures in the Canadian West. Stephen.
Thanks, Pat. Thank you all in advance for listening to me. And I really can't tell you how flattering it is to be invited to give this very quick snapshot of sustaining mountain cultures. And the first thing I want to tell you is that on the screen you're seeing a picture of an old white guy slumping in an attitude of demoralized exhaustion on the mountaintop of research achievement. And this does not really capture the face of this project. It does not, absolutely does not capture the on-the-ground vitality of our galloping research team when my fellow researchers in this project from arts, from Augustana, from physical education and recreation, from science, from the University of Victoria, when those others in the team go up the research mountainside, their achievements look more like this. But as a team, we are members of a larger and deeply collaborative research, teaching, and outreach collective here at the University of Alberta. You're looking at it here. This is a team of humanists and social scientists and natural scientists called the Canadian Mountain Studies Initiative. And over the last 8 years, we in the CMSI have found that community participation isn't something we can just add on to what we're already doing. Community participation has helped us change. So, quick examples. Because our Summit Series lectures and our conferences have entailed collaborations with groups like the Alpine Club of Canada and the Association of Canadian Mountain Guides, MEC, and many more. We've had to get outside our individual disciplinary comfort zones. We had to talk to each other for real. We've had to talk to others. That process has made us better scholars. Because of partnerships, the massive open online course that Phys Ed is launching this fall, Mountains 101, because of that, it can be filmed in the world's most spectacular scenery, and it's drawing on the enormous physical and intellectual resources of Parks Canada, which is a treasure, a national treasure once again, now that the federal government boot heel has been lifted from it. And together, our U of A colleagues in Northern Studies and in Water Studies, together with them, CMSI researchers are part of a truly Himalayan project now in development involving multiple universities, local governments, mountain communities, and especially First Nations communities. This is the Canadian Mountain Network, and all specific research projects within the network are going to begin in concerns and interests voiced by the network's community-based initiating groups. In part, that's why we think we have a really good chance of getting this initiative recognized by the National Tri-Councils as a network center of excellence. So, in this research project, Sustaining Mountain Cultures, we're trying to find out how humanities and social science research in the university can have real meaning for actual mountain cultures. And the organizing principle of our research is that we don't assume in advance, as university scholars, that we know the answer to that question. So to give you just one brief example of how this works. This is the Kaskawatch Glacier in the St. Elias Range, Kluane, as it was in 1901. And this is the Kaskawatch Glacier 111 years later in 2012. A paired set of photographs like this gives us a lot of information, and most visibly, you're seeing information about glacier melt, glacier hydrology. And this is telling us about climate change in the world's largest non-polar ice field. And that looks like an analytical process fully owned by the natural sciences, but the mountain rephotography analytic platform seen here was actually developed at the University of Alberta by researchers in the Department of History and Classics and in the Department of Philosophy. And their rephotography work helps Parks Canada change its policy over the management of forest fires in Jasper and Banff. And in one part of our current research project, we hope to employ this same research rephotography analytic platform in concert with our partners in the Stoney Nakoda First Nations at Morley to produce research that they might want to use making their own informed decisions about grazing, for example, or settlement, or transportation, or resource management, or tourism practices in and around their land in the southern Alberta Front Ranges. So to put this in a nutshell, we aren't doing research on the Stoney Nakoda Nation. We're working with Stoney Nakoda participants. They are co-researchers, they are co-managers in the co-design and ultimately the co-production of research knowledge. That process of co-production is our best shot at doing work that actually makes a difference to actual mountain peoples. And it reminds us institutionally that Canada's First Peoples always will have first claim to Canada's mountain places. So, on behalf of everyone in this research project, thanks to the Cool Institute for funding us in this initiative. Thanks for your trust. Thanks to Peter and Doris Cool. Your social conscience makes our collaborative work possible. Thank you all for listening to me.